So this is almost a week after the last vlog portion that I recorded, so hopefully it won't mess with the aspect ratio on things too terribly much. So the day I recorded the last little bits, when I went to go get the kids, the fecal matter struck the oscillating device, and Killian, my younger son, who is 8, had a classmate who is his quote-unquote best friend strangle him in school. Apparently it happened in the music room where there are no cameras, despite the fact that they told me that it had been seen on camera. So a lot of inconsistencies, but what it boiled down to was both my son and this other student said yes, this kid put his hands, arm, whatever, around Killian's neck and squeezed. Oh, well, I was just trying to rattle him because he's friends with this other kid I don't like, and I didn't want him to hang out with him, so I wanted to startle him so he wouldn't do that. Yeah. So I've been going back and forth toe-to-toe with the school for like the last week, and y'all know how I am. Long story short, this kid and my kid are going to be physically separated for the rest of the school year. I'm like, there's only like a month of school left. Can we please stop with this nonsense? Hunter's been having an issue with another kid who was physically bullying him too, and yeah, it's not been good. So initially I was told that this kid who strangled Killian was going to be out of school for a few days, and then he was back in school the next day and physically handed Killian an apology letter and had a conversation with him when he wasn't supposed to have any contact with him whatsoever. So, since the school clearly had no interest in keeping these two separated and protecting my child, probably because this other kid comes from a really rich family, this is a pretty affluent school district, I was like, oh, he's sorry, huh? It's been less than a day and he brought an apology letter? The only thing this kid is sorry about is the fact that he got caught. That's really what it boils down to, in my opinion. And since the school didn't seem to be interested in keeping the boys separated, Washington now has a wonderful thing, which is about the only good thing that Governor Inslee has done. Kids can take as many mental health days as they want from school, as long as you call in. And it is considered an excused absence in the aftermath of the global event Panini thing, because so many kids were having breakdowns having to be back at school after the way things went. So, yeah, kids can stay home as much as they need to protect their mental health. So the weather was absolutely gorgeous Thursday and Friday, so the boys had 2 mental health days, and I took them to the park and I got to make them breakfast and lunch, and we hung out and chatted and watched movies and got to actually spend time together, which is something that I don't usually get to do because I'm generally at work all the time, with like 1 evening a week and 1 full day. And that is the only time I get to spend with my children, because I tend to work in the afternoons and evenings and just don't get to spend time with them like I want to. So it was nice. We got to actually enjoy each other's company and have some talks about things, and I just got done talking with the principal and vice principal about what the safety plan is, which we should have had a conversation about what the fucking safety plan was before they let that other little gremlin back in school. Just my 2 cents, don't you think? But, you know. So, that is handled now, hopefully. And the kid that Hunter has been dealing with has been mostly separated from him. But he still likes to kind of run up and take the opportunity to try to trip or shove Hunter and Hunter's friends when he gets the opportunity to. And because they've been giving him grace in that regard, they said that if he tries and gets in Hunter's physical space, they're going to immediately separate him. I'm like, well, good, because my kids have both been instructed at this point that if words don't work and these kids continue to be a problem, shove them away. If that doesn't work, lay the kids out, and your dad and I will deal with the consequences. Actually had fairly useful and productive conversation, co-parenting wise, with my ex-husband in regards to this whole thing, because he was severely bullied in school as well. So I had a much more visceral reaction to it than he did. But the fact that he's on board and we are collaborating to figure out what martial arts school we want to get the kids into in the fall is nice. It's like, oh, could we finally be adults and be civil with each other? Because ever since he got together with his girl, it has not been possible to have any sort of conversation with him regarding taking care of our children. Like, no, we're not together, and I have no desire whatsoever to ever get back with my ex-husband, but being able to talk with him, because we both created these two humans, and all of our lives will benefit if we work together to raise them as efficiently and lovingly as possible, be really, really nice, yeah. So that is that. I will have a few little clips here and there interspersed of my rose bush that I got myself for Mother's Day. That is really pretty and super in bloom right now. I actually have to water it when I get home. I just got done dropping the kids off and, like I said, talking with the principal and vice principal, and now I gotta get home and do some audio stuff for my other channel, because I have been neglecting it severely, because as long as I valiantly held it off, I don't know if you can still hear it in my voice a little bit, but the boys being sick pretty much since February, and me working 6 or 7 days a week finally caught up to me, and I did have a bit of a sinus thing going on. It was not the plague, but whatever it was, it is very persistently hanging on with its last tiny tendrils of contagion, which I'm not a fan of. But yeah, so I guess that is that. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. Thank you, everybody new who has subscribed to the channel. Thank you to all the OGs for sticking around and just listening to me ramble about everything and nothing, because that's always been the name of the channel. Becoming a craft-focused tutorial thing was never my intention. I just wanted to connect with people. Make sure that you check out my Etsy shop. Links are down in the description box below the video. And grab yourself some weight crochet sleigh gear if you're a lucky person who still gets to do yarny things. And I will catch you guys all in the next video, whenever that may be. So remember, take care of yourselves and each other, and no matter how the world may try to convince you otherwise, you're important and you matter. Talk to you next time, guys.